Today we will study Biology Grade 10, Chapter 10, Gaseous Exchange, in which we will learn the gaseous exchange in plants, gaseous exchange in humans, and respiratory disorders. So let's start. As you have already learned in Grade 9, that cells generate ATP from food. Now what is ATP? Which we have learned in Grade 9, in which these are energy carriers in which cells store their energy in form of ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Right? Its structure is like this. Right? These are also known as the energy currency, in which when the plants need or cells need energy, they break it down so that they can get energy. Now, moving on. Cellular respiration is the process in which carbon and hydrogen bond in food are broken by oxidation reaction and the energy is transformed into ATP. Now we already have studied in Grade 9 the process of oxidation and reduction in chemistry, right? So I'll just give a short introduction on oxidation, and in which we gained oxygen, and reduction in which we lost oxygen. Now, in aerobic respiration, oxygen is used and there is complete oxidation of the food material. Carbon dioxide and water are also produced in this process. Organisms get the oxygen needed for cellular respiration from their environment and provided to their cells. The carbon dioxide produced during cellular respiration is taken out of the cells, ultimately from the body. Taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is termed as gaseous exchange. Now, from which we have learned that cells take in oxygen, known as O2, and release carbon dioxide, which is a waste product. Is used for the process through which animals take air in their bodies to get oxygen from it and then give out the air to get rid of carbon dioxide. Thus, breathing and respiration are not synonymous. Respiration involves a mechanical and the biochemical process, whereas breathing is only the mechanical process of exchange of gases. Now, here comes a question: what is the difference? It is in which you breathe in and out for getting energy, right? Now moving on. Gaseous exchange have no organs or systems for the exchange of gases with the environment. Every cell of the plant body exchanges gas with the environment by its own. The leaves and young stems have stroma in their epidermis. The gaseous exchange occurs to these stromata. The inner cells of leaves, mesophyll, and stems have air spaces among them, which helps them in exchange of gases. So, from what we have learned so far in this paragraph, it says that plants don't have a particular organ, unlike humans, in which we have heart, lungs, and the nasal cavity in which we use it for breathing. But plants don't have that specific organ. For young plants, they have stroma, which is used for gaseous exchange, and for adult plants, it's lenticels, which are like barky. Over here, this is the figure which shows the guard cells, which are also for opening and closing. Here's the important thing: during the night, the guard cells ultimately close down, and the term breathing does not happen during the night. Now moving on. Leaf cells face two situations. During the daytime, when the mesophyll cells of leaves are carrying out photosynthesis and respiration side by side, the oxygen is produced in photosynthesis is utilized in cellular respiration. As we all know, the process of photosynthesis in which plants use to make food with the process of the light. Similarly, carbon dioxide produced during the cellular respiration is utilized in photosynthesis. However, during the night, just like I said before, there is no photosynthesis occurring. The leaf cells get oxygen from the environment and release carbon dioxide through stromata. That is why it is not advised to sleep under a tree during the night, since more and more CO2 is produced in the night and less oxygen during the night. So the question arises how to study for these topics which I have just taught you guys. It's quite simple actually. These questions don't really come in the long, but for short and MCQs, like they can ask you like which gas produces more at night, or a short question can come define gases oxygen plants, just like that. So you just have to write like the leaves or the stems, just mention about stroma and how the gases are produced in the day and night, right? So you also have to learn the terms which I just said, like cellular respiration. You just have to learn the important terms such as the cellular respiration, gases exchange, and breathing. These terms are very important and you must know them on your fingertips, right? And that's what's basically it for this topic, because it's kind of short, it's not really lengthy, it's not really that important. You just have to just go through it and just learn the important terms. It's not really necessary to just learn it A to Z. It's all about your conceptual questions. So when you are preparing it, just also test yourself, like how much do you know about this topic. It's not now that you have to just learn A to Z. It's more like SLO based. So you just have to question yourselves, and that's it. The thing we have just learned is all gas exchange and plants, right? In which I have just told you guys that the young plants have stomata for their breathing and respiration. The adult cells have lenticels, which are like small layers of bark, which is in which those air passes through them. And over here we just learned cellular respiration, in which cells respire. And over here we have just learned cellular respiration, in which I just told you all guys that organisms need oxygen. Cellular respiration, in which cells respire to get energy, right? And then they use that energy, break down that energy in the form of ATP, which is then later broken down to get energy, right? And for gaseous exchange, which is also known as breathing, it's just the process in which animals take air, just oxygen, and then release carbon dioxide as a waste product. Respiration and breathing are not to be confused with each other. Respiration and breathing are not similar terms. Respiration involves the mechanical and biochemical process, whereas breathing is only the mechanical or physical process. And that's pretty much it for this topic. If you have any queries about the topic I have just taught you, just write it down in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer your queries. So if you learned something great, something learned, a very good thing, then just like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.